The Jack Benny Program.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. As you probably know, this is my first television show of the season. And I want everybody at home who's watching the show to sort of sit back and relax and take it easy, because this is a very simple show, nothing to it. You know, there's been no commotion backstage at all. I mean, nobody has worked hard. That is, nobody but my makeup man. He's exhausted. If I had the makeup on my shoulders that he put on my face, I could play the hunchback of Notre Dame. But I would like to tell you something of my plans for television this season. I'm going to have guests on my program, some from my radio show, and then some very, very important guest stars from the movies. Of course, on my radio show, you see, it's very difficult for me to get guest stars because, well, I don't pay much. I mean, there's no reason for it. I just don't believe in it, you see. But you see, in television, it's entirely different because a lot of people like to come on and be seen. Now, on my second show, which is about 6 weeks from now, I have some of the most wonderful entertainers that you've ever seen in your life. I can't mention their names right now because I haven't got their contract signed yet, you see. But if you like trained seals, don't miss. These seals are simply wonderful. They've got one seal, one of these trained seals, that does the trick. He balances a basketball on his nose, you know, and keeps balancing it and twirling it and bouncing it up and down. He's amazing. Well, I tell you, this seal is so good with this basketball that he was already offered $500 to throw the show. But on this show, my guests on this show are, you know, I've been rehearsing so much I get a little bit confused. Hello, boys. I have the Park Avenue Hillbilly, Dorothy Shea, and Frank Remley, and Don Wilson. Those are my three guests here. And so first, I'd like to introduce, before I do, I got to tell you one joke. A story. As a rule, I don't tell jokes, you know, I just talk, you know. But this is a joke that I heard when I was playing at the Palladium Theatre in London. It's about an actor who was standing in front of the Palladium in London, and a fellow walked over to him, and this actor was very blue and very dejected, and a friend of his walked over to him, and he said, "I say, Derek." See, most of the actors in London are called Derek, you know. They have an occasional Basil or a Sidney or a Cecil, but Derek seems to be the popular name there. So this fellow walked over to this actor, and he said to him, "Derek, what's the matter with you? You look so blue." He said, "Oh, it's nothing." He said, "Well, there must be something the matter with you. Now, what is it?" So this actor said, he said, "Well, let me tell you what happened. He said, about 3 weeks ago, an uncle of mine died and left me 10,000 pounds. He says, 2 weeks ago, another uncle of mine died and left me 5,000 pounds. Now, last week...
Stage manager.
Last week...
Say, I wonder if you'd draw those travelers and bring down my scenery?
Yeah.
Thank you. Say, would you give this music to Mr. Merrick, please? Thank you. That's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, a few weeks ago, I was on the Alan Young Show, and I sang a song. The response was so wonderful that I'd like to do an encore for you tonight, if you will, Mr. Merrick. Thank you. I'm sending you a big bouquet of roses, one for every time you broke my heart. And as the door of love between us closes, tears will fall like petals when we part. I beg you to be different, but you'll always be untrue. I'm tired of forgiving. Now there's nothing left to do. So I'm sending you a big bouquet of roses, one for every time you broke my heart. A big bouquet of roses, one for every time you broke my heart.
So this actor... So this actor said, last week my uncle died and left me nothing. That's the end of the joke. Of course, the joke is naturally a lot better when I can go right through it. You see what I mean? Instead of being interrupted like, oh, Bob, come here a minute, will you, just before you leave? Now, Bob, I happened to see that show that you did with Alan Young, you know, the one you were just telling the folks about, and I thought you were wonderful. I mean, I thought it was a great show. I enjoyed it, but I mean, why would you do your encore on my first television show? I mean, why didn't you do it on his show or on your own show? I mean, well, Club 15, isn't it?
It really wasn't my idea. You see, it was my brother, Everett. He handles all of my business.
Oh. You mean your brother, Everett, he's your agent?
That's right. He represents me and my brother Bing and also a trained seal.
You mean he handles trained seals?
Well, he has one particular trained seal. This one has an act that is just wonderful. He balances a basketball on his nose. It's wonderful.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Everett says that some jerk is going to use him on television.
Well, if somebody else is going to use him, I won't want him, of course. You say your brother is an agent, huh?
That's right. He gets 10% of everything I earn.
Oh, well, as an agent, he would deserve that.
Well, Jack, thanks for the use of the hall. I've got to run home. We have a new baby at home.
Oh, yes, for heaven's sake, I forgot all about that. Bob, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
That's just wonderful. How many children have you got now?
Well, this makes my 5th.
5 children. They're wonderful.
Yeah. 5 more, and I'm going to have to give one to Everett.
That's right. He gets 10%.
Oh, yeah.
I understand.
Would you help me?
Pardon?
I've got to go. Would you help me?
Oh, yes.
Well, it's been wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Big star, no kiss. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to... before we go on with the show, I must tell you that tonight, or tomorrow night, rather, Mary and I are flying to New York City because the Friars Club in New York is giving me a testimonial dinner at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel to commemorate my 20th year on the radio. Just imagine, 20 years that I've been on the radio. You know, during those 20 years, I've heard so many people say, you know, at different times I've heard people say, gee, I can't see Benny at all. You know? Well, now they can, you know. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present him... Oh, Don Wilson. Don Wilson.
Jack, I'm awfully sorry to be late, but my car broke down and I had to take a taxi.
Well, that's all right, Don. I mean, accidents can happen, you see.
I know, but I was supposed to be here to introduce you at the very opening of the show, and I'm really awfully sorry that this happened.
Don, it doesn't make any difference. The orchestra played Love and Bloom. I came on. Everybody applauded. I mean, it really doesn't matter, you know.
Oh, Jack, I had such a wonderful introduction for you.
You did?
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, this being your opening television show of the season, I thought I might say... And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is with a great deal of pride that I bring you the greatest comedian in America, Jack Benny.
Oh, well, now, wait a minute, Don. Wait. Now I'm glad you were late. I mean, the greatest comedian in America. I mean, how egotistical can we get? I mean, you'd have these people hating me before the show even started. I mean, they'd tune out their television sets. The greatest comedian in America.
But, Jack, you are the greatest comedian in America, aren't you?
Well, yes. But, I mean, for me to say it to those people would sound awful, you know.
Jack, you're not saying it. I'm saying.
Oh, well, then that's different. Oh, well, then you can always introduce me like that.
All right.
Oh, sure. I won't mind that at all.
Mister?
Yes?
That's you. The fat one.
Yes?
Hey, you got out of my cab in such a hurry you forgot your briefcase.
Oh, how stupid. I mean, thank you very much. See, I have some very, very important papers in there. Thanks a great deal, and here's a little something for your trouble.
Gee, a $5 bill. Oh, thanks a lot.
Well, you're certainly welcome.
Don, $5? Well, I mean, I can appreciate your being grateful and everything, but $5?
Jack, there's nothing so strange about that. I once saw you give a man $5.
Well, I know, but he was a lifeguard. He saved me from drowning. Yeah, I'll never forget how we dickered the third time that I was going down. Doc, what we carried on, really, you...
Wait a minute. Ain't you Jack Benny?
Yes.
How do you like that? Don't you remember me?
No, I don't.
I'm Harry Gilmore. You and me went to Waukegan High School together.
Waukegan High School?
Yeah, don't you remember? I was the one voted most likely to succeed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, got my own cab.
Oh, well, isn't that nice?
Yeah, it certainly is.
Hey, what are you doing now?
I'm the voice of Bugs Bunny. I got you, but that's...
So you gave up that lousy fiddle, huh?
Yes, I did.
Well, goodbye, Jack. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Don. So long. He's cute, isn't he? Fast cute. So this actor... Oh, I told that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it really gives me great pleasure to present to you now the guest star of my first show. A young lady whose voice you've heard many, many times, and you've certainly heard a lot of her records. The Park Avenue hillbilly, Miss Dorothy Shea. I mean, you're a hillbilly?
Sure enough, honey.
Well, now I know what all the feuding and fussing was about. Yeah, I can't get over it. So you're a hillbilly, huh?
Well, Jack, I'm not just a hillbilly. I'm the Park Avenue hillbilly.
Oh, the Park Avenue hillbilly. Well, you can park on my avenue anytime. I thought that was a pretty good ad-lib, did you?
Ad-lib? What's that?
Well, an ad-lib is when you say something impromptu, without thinking, just something on the spur of the moment. See what I mean?
No, but I accept your apology.
Well, now look at Dorothy. What are you going to sing for your first number? What's the name of the song you're going to sing?
Well, don't you think we should discuss salary?
That's a wonderful title. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, well. You can have your New York City with its swank Park Avenue. You can have your gilded mansions in Westchester. You can have your own cabana in Miami or Havana, where the blue bloods congregate for their fiesta. You can have your fancy penthouse on some 42nd floor, but I'll guarantee wherever you may roll, with the tinsel and the glaze, why those places can't compare with the humble little spot I call my home. It's a little western town called Beverly Hills, where people live a life that's free from care. No one struggles to be great. All they ask and even break, they're satisfied to just be millionaires. Every housewife is contented with their lot, and some of them don't even own a yacht. She may have just one swimming pool, one husband to caress her. She's bored to death with Cadillacs, and diamonds just depress her. She'd rather have some trinkets like that Oscar on her dresser in that little western town called Beverly Hills. In that little western town called Beverly Hills. You're welcome as the flowers that bloom in May. No one cares about your cat or inquires about your past. If you only have one butler, that's okay. The children ring your bell on Halloween, then sit in a chauffeured limousine. Each mother with her little son entrusted to her care will gently rock his cradle as she offers up a prayer that someday he'll be president of Metro and mayor in that little western town called Beverly Hills. In that little western town called Beverly Hills. Thank you ever so much. I thought you folks might be interested in meeting some of my kinfolks. So with your permission, we'd like to take you down to the Ozarks and meet my favorite cousin, Zeke Benny and his Mad Mountain Boys.
have you meet some of the boys. You'll need a fellow over here with the concertina. That's Charlie Bagby. He's the smart one of the troupe here. Hey, Charlie, how much is 2 and 2? He's our business manager. Fella here with the clarinet is Wayne Songer. We're mighty proud of Wayne. Last week at the county fair, he won first prize at the fly attraction contest. Wasn't even entered. This is my wife. This is our boy, Sam. Get up there, Frank. This is Frankie Remley over here. Remley's been associated with Phil Harris for about 20 years. Glad to see you standing up, Frank. Never took a guitar lesson in his life, just took it up by accident. He figured as long as his hand was shaking anyway, might as well put a guitar. He's a fella makes us laugh all the time. He's a card. Say something funny, Frankie.
Right up a dance!
And now, folks...
Hey, Lem! Now listen, Lem. I got a bone to pick with you. I don't like the way you're treating my daughter.
Uh-huh.
You took her out last night.
Well, I brought her by.
That's what I mean.
For the next number, we're going to play a real hot tune called Fascinating Rhythm. Take it, boy. Thank you very much, Dorothy, for being my first guest. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And, Bob, thank you for butting into the show. I'd have been 4 minutes short if you hadn't. Thank you both very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks, Lois. Come back again. You were just wonderful. Thank you.
tonight's show were Dorothy Shea, Bob Crosby, Mel Blanc, the Beverly Hillbillies, Lynette Bryant, and yours truly, Don Wilson. From Hollywood, the Jack Benny Program with Jack's guest star, Ben Blue, brought to you by... different sponsors than we have here. Like, for instance, in Mexico, our show is sponsored by a company that makes a tamale cooked in wine. It's called the Jolly Tamale. Then in Japan, we are sponsored by a company that manufactures a hairy pocket. Since I've been on, they can't make them fast enough. Sort of gets you right here, you know. Then let's see where, oh yes, in India, I am sponsored by an oxen deodorant. I mean, it's not a powder or a cream or a spray. You just pull out the pin, count 3, and throw it.
Jack, hold it, please. On the air, you'll cut your monologue right here.
Why? Well, why do you always have to cut my jokes while we're rehearsing right now? I mean, why don't you cut something else?
If I had a hairy-carry knife, I would. All right, everybody, take 5.
5 minutes. Look, well, as long as this is a rehearsal, why don't we just go through the show?
Because we're supposed to rehearse Dennis Day's number next, and he's not here.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Here I am. It's my show. I'm always in time. I can't find Dennis. He's always late.
Mr. Benny,
Yes?
I'm a new stagehand here. I've been an admirer of yours for years and years, and I thought maybe you'd give me your autograph.
Well, yes, I'll be glad to. Yes.
Write it to me personally.
See you, okay. Let's see, what's your name?
Hyman E. Vadexiflus.
Herman what? What was that last name?
Vadexiflus.
Herman Verdexiflux?
Vadexiflus.
I see. Well, how do you spell that?
Verdexiflus. Vadexiflus.
Verdexiflux. Strange bunch of letters there. How'd you ever get a name like that?
Well, my father used to make eye charts.
Well, I'll try. It's kind of a hard. Our letters are hard to write.
It's easier if you cover one eye.
Verdexiflux. Jerk. I got this. Did I spell it right?
Yeah, most of that. You spell Hyman wrong. And thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh, I've been a great admirer of yours for years and years.
Oh,
big fan.
Thanks. That's very, very nice. Well, I've seen everything. Now, Don, will you finish the sandwich so we can get going with our rehearsal? We got a big show coming up.
Well, Jack, if this is such a big show, how come you hired a magician nobody ever heard of?
Because this magician I hired is absolutely wonderful. I saw him the other night. We're very fortunate that we've got him.
Where'd you find him?
You know where I'll tell you where I found him. You know, the other night I was working very, very late in my office, you see. And,
Well, by? Yeah.
and I was working late, so I was driving home, you know, afterwards, and then just for a little relaxation, you see, as I usually do. No, thank you. For relaxation, I stopped in Ben Blue's nightclub.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, good evening, Mr. Benny. How many tonight?
Oh, I'm alone.
Again?
What do you mean, again? I came in here early last night, and I brought a girl with me.
Bringing the hat check girl to work doesn't count.
Well, never mind. Just show me to my table, will you, please?
All right, right down there, second table on the right. There's your menu.
When you don't tip, you get nothing. Oh, well, I'm used to it.
Hello, Mr. Benny. I saw you come in, so I brought you your usual drink. Well, this is a nightclub, and we don't want anybody to know you're drinking hot chocolate.
Well, listen. If you can smuggle it in, will you bring me another marshmallow?
Do you think you can handle it?
Just go and get it. Yes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime at Ben Blue's Supper Club. And we start our show by presenting the world's greatest prestidigitator, manipulator, and mentalist of all time. This man has baffled the nation with his prediction. Okay, I'm ready. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the world's greatest magician, Shandu. Let's bring him out here. Be careful, that delicate brain of yours. Shandu, Sahib. It's good to have you back again. It's nice to return to these parts, my good man. It's so nice to see that smiling face of yours. It's nice to see your smiling kisser, too. Shandu, I understand that you've traveled extensively. This I have no less, I have this no less. This I have no less. You've been, I have no less, regardless of man or beast, this I have no less. I know that you've traveled. This I have. I have this. You did. This. Would you like to tell the lovely ladies and gentlemen where you've been? No. Ladies and gentlemen, Shandu will now answer any question on any subject. Biology, astrology, where you're from, your next governor, anything, your place, your admission, anything. Just anything at all. Yes. Are you ready? We're always ready. Oh, Shandu, I have a young lady. Shandu, quickly, I want you to tell me this young lady's name. The lady's name is starting to come to... No. Jill Cosgrove? No. Jill Cosgrove? No. Frank Cosgrove? No. Dexter Cosgrove? Mordecai Cosgrove? Henry Cosgrove? Just a moment. It's not Cosgrove. Look at that. Yes. It's a girl's name, a simple name like Helen or Mary. Oh, Helen? No. Mary? No. Try Francis. Francis? No. Look, it's very simple. I'll give you a little hint. Right. The little lady's name is associated with a train. Oh, something to do with a train. Her name is Baggage? Yeah. She's sitting there with her husband. Something to do with a train. Oh, I see. Her name is Small Trunk? No. Oh, Four. Hot Rod? No. Observation Platform? Incorrect. Something to do with a train. No, you're not concentrating. Ooh. Then do look, it's very simple. Something to do with a train, right? Upper and lower. Gums? Yes. Lower bird. Her name's Purple Bird. Her name's Beer Bomber. Her name is Remarkable. Big up Bogaboo, babe. I'm getting a headache with this. Her name is... why did you pick her? Samuel, you like Jack and It's very simple. Look. C-E... Her name is Bertha. Right, there you are. Tonight, I I'd like to do something for you I think is very strange and mystifying. And this trick here, ladies and gentlemen, I think you'll be sure that I do not use any of my own help, so I will ask for volunteers from the audience. Anybody, please, please step away from the stage here. That elderly gentleman right there drinking a hot chocolate. How did he know? Would you mind helping that elderly gentleman, please?
Right this way, sir. I don't need any help. Just watch my drink.
Yes. Do you think you can make it? Thank you, Brad. How do you do, sir?
How do you do?
What is your name?
Benny. Jack Benny.
Oh, I see. Have you ever seen me before?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever heard of me?
No.
That makes us even. Yes, now, we'd like to do a little trick here. We have right here a bag. This is known as the laundry bag. Now, the idea here, I'll get into the bag. When I say ready, I jump out. And would you mind examining it, please, here? Just examine the bag.
Well, it seems like just a laundry bag.
An ordinary laundry bag, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the gun. Now, when I say shoot, get as far away. Don't shoot till I say ready, please.
Now, wait a minute. This is no trick. You're not fooling anybody. There are blanks in here.
There's one in every audience. Yeah, right. Hey, come here, will you? Bring it out here. Watch this. Now, when I say ready, please, go right ahead. Ready! Ready!
Yeah, I just can't pull the trigger.
You had too many marshmallows.
And more.
Please, would you mind shooting that thing?
Are you ready, Sandu?
I'm ready.
Mr. Benny.
Well, kid, it's about time you got here.
Well, I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Benny. Look, I've got a note from my mother.
A note from your mother, huh? From my school teacher or something? Please excuse my son Dennis for being late. But this morning we had to rush him to the hospital and have his appendix taken out. Dennis, your mother has a wonderful sense of humor. This is a very, very funny letter.
Yeah, it sure is.
Now, why aren't you laughing?
It'll break the stitches.
Now cut that out.
That's what they did.
Dennis, I wanna ask you something. If you had your appendix taken out this morning, how could you possibly do a show here this afternoon?
Oh, I can sing, but don't ask me to dance.
Dennis!
Oh, the stitches!
Now stop with that silly talk!
Jack.
What?
Shandu just arrived. He's in his dressing room.
The magician?
Yeah.
Oh, is he here?
Yes,
Oh.
he asked me to give you a talk.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, Shandu. Come on, I'm busy. What do you want?
Beer. Hey, that's a very, very good trick.
Can I put it in your show?
No. Listen, the only thing I want in my show, I just want that laundry rag tip. That's all.
That's easy, Jack. You can do it yourself. It's bulletproof.
What?
Bulletproof.
You mean that a bullet can't go through this material?
That's right.
Oh, Fred, I thought it was just an ordinary laundry bag. My goodness, I'm amazed. I was surprised when you jumped out of it alive.
Jack, nobody can jump out of a bag like I do. That's the exciting part of the trick. I get in, I say ready, gunshots, I jump out, voila.
No. Well, we must do it. We must do it on our show. It's just wonderful.
I have one more trick.
No. I just want this Jack
Just a
trick.
second.
No, I don't want any other
Listen
trick.
to me,
Ben.
Jack. I hang by my teeth.
I know, but I don't want it. I just
Hold
want
this
this.
for you, please. Just hold this thing.
Well, look, Ben,
Let
I
me
don't-
show it to you. Let me show it to you. All right, but I just want to do...
I don't know, but I don't want this. But, Ben, I don't want it.
Jack, you better get dressed around the air soon.
What?
Okay, I'll take it out.
Oh, I'm sorry, but look at Ben. You better be ready. Now, don't forget, be ready right as soon as you can, Shandu, because we have, this goes on right after my monologue. Okay.
I'll practice jumping in the bag. Jumping out, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you many more jokes, but I'm very, very anxious for you to see one of the greatest tricks that has ever been known, has ever been seen on any stage.
Jack, can I see you a minute?
Excuse me, just a moment. What is it, Donald?
Jack, I've looked all over for Shandu and I can't find him anywhere.
But Shandu, I just left him in the dressing room.
There.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, Don, you entertain the audience. I'll go out and look for him.
All right. Hurry up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while Jack is gone,
Man, they sure knows a lot of colors this week. Shandu.
Mr. Benny, John is running out of fat jokes. You better get back out on the stage.
Well, what good did that do? This is where I told the audience that we were going to have Shandu out there with that wonderful trick, and he's disappeared.
Oh, my gosh, what are we going to do? You told the audience we were going to show him a great trick.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Hey, wait a minute. There's the gun. And there's the bag. He told me I could do it myself. Well, it's the cinch. Dennis, you go out and tell Don Wilson to introduce Shandu.
Oh, but Mr. Benny, you...
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. He told me I could do it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. Hurry up. Tell Don to introduce Shandu. Oh, brother, what you have to go through to put on a television show. Oh, I don't know. Maybe this will calm me down a little bit.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, to get on with the featured part of the show. As Mr. Benny promised, you are about to see the most fantastic magician in the world. The one and only Shandu.
I am Shandu the magician. Well, I'll do the most mystifying trick ever brought to you from the Orient. But first, I will need my assistant. All right, that's enough. Now, my assistant will get into this plain, ordinary laundry bag, and while he's in there, I will fire 4 or 6 bullets right into the... Come back here!
I'm not going to get in bag and let you shoot 6 bullets through me, I'll get killed. Dennis, this is the laundry bag. This is bulletproof. Don't worry. Now get in. Oh, no, not me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will get into the bag, and my assistant will shoot 6 bullets into me.
I sure hope my mother is watching.
I will get into the bag. And when I say fire, fire. Ready, fire. Well, go ahead, you stupid kid. When I say ready, fire. Ready. Why aren't they applauding?
I missed the bag.
Now we have to do it over again. For everything, aim right at me. Will you aim steady? Okay. Now when I say ready, fire. Ready.
Did you say that laundry bag was bulletproof?
Yes.
Take a look in the bag. There's 4 bullet holes inside. Mr. Benny, your wallet saved your life. Yeah, you could have been killed.
I know. See, I have $500 in there. Yes! Look at you ruined my money. You couldn't aim for my head. No, you couldn't aim for my head. You and your stupid aim. You had to ruin my money. All you had to do was aim for my head. You're the stupidest guy.
Jack will be back with his guest star, Ben Blue, in just a moment. But first...
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed the show. And now I'd like to bring out for a bow my guest star who played Chandu, Mr. Ben Blue. How did you learn a silly dance like that? Who taught that?
Well, Jack, for your information, I was taught by, I think, the world's greatest terpsichorean artist.
Nijinsky?
No.
Arthur Murray?
No. Try Cosgrove.
Cosgrove?
No.
Thank you again very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll be seeing you soon.
A man who is not only the dean of American comedy, but who, like tide, keeps rolling along month after month, year after year. Who, despite the wearing of the elements and the ravages of time, only gains in quality. And who, although failing in memory, still manages to find his way here every show. And here he is, Jack Benny.
Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to Life with Methuselah. Don, come back here.
Yes, Jack, what is it?
Listening slowdowns, see just how peaceful today can be. I've been your host, your obedient servant, Sebastian St. Smalls, your killing me Smalls, Vincent Price, you can always call me Bennett. That was a fun one. Thanks so much for swinging by. Catch you guys on the flip side.